You think this life starts with a gun and a code name. It doesn't. It starts with a plastic bag of cash and a receipt you never keep. There are 10 levels. Most people never reach level 7. Level 1, street courier. Names are poison. Faces are disposable. You move packages. You never open them. You wait outside Abpara Market in Islamabad. Diesel hangs in the air. Cardamom burns your throat. Your phone has no contacts, only a timer. You do brush passes in crowds. Left shoulder, right hand, no eye contact. You use a cheap pen as a signal. You are one of hundreds in this layer. That is the point. You are replaceable at scale. 3 weeks later, your handler changes your route. No explanation. Then a message arrives. No name, no location, just a time. Level 2, Cutout runner. Distance is safety. Deniability is religion. You never meet the source. You meet the gap. You rent a room in Rawalpindi under a false name. The mattress smells like bleach. The fan clicks all night. You build dead drops from ordinary places. A loose brick near Liaquat Bog, a taped envelope under a rusted bench, a grocery bag in a drain. You carry one-time pads on thin paper. You memorize the burn schedule. You burn at 3 a.m., always. Out of 200 couriers this month, 10 advance. You advance because you do not improvise. You only execute. After 18 months, you learn the first real rule. Everything you were told about loyalty was incomplete. You find out the rest on a Tuesday. It changes everything. Level 3, payment relay. Money is language. Silence is fluency. You do not recruit, you enable recruitment. You open accounts through cousins you never visit. You move value through hawala lines in Karachi. You keep no ledgers, only patterns. The cash feels oily in your palm. The bank air smells like cold metal. You watch cameras without looking at them. A CIA officer never touches the money. That is your purpose. You are the glove. You learn to recognize surveillance drift, a car that appears twice, a man who always buys nothing. Of 50 payment relays, 3 get true access. You get access because you never show curiosity. You only show results. 2 months later, a name appears in a file. You recognize it. You wish you didn't. Level 4, compartment messenger. Information is sliced. Your life is sliced with it. You know enough to function, never enough to judge. You carry sealed taskings between desks in Islamabad. The paper is thick. The ink smells sharp. The room is cold, even in June. You learn the internal and external lines. Domestic work stays domestic. Foreign work stays foreign. You stop asking which wing owns the job. You only track the routing stamps. You only track who refuses to sign. You are one of 11 trusted messengers this quarter. That number never goes up. It only rotates with accidents. Your partner asks where you've been. You answer with the cover story. Your mouth moves. Your eyes stay flat. At midnight, you receive 2 envelopes. You are given 2 options. Neither is acceptable. You have 48 hours. Level 5, liaison cutout. Friends are tools. Enemies are tools. Everyone is a tool, including you. You fly to Dubai on a clean passport. Cabin air dries your eyes. The jet fuel smell follows you into sleep. You sit in hotel lobbies with mirrored walls. You talk about shipping, never politics. You pass SIM cards inside cigarette packs. The CIA side calls you by a first name. The ISI side calls you by a number. You answer to both. You learn the real power is scheduling, who meets whom, and who never meets at all. Out of every 100 liaison proposals, 1 is approved. You are approved because you have no biography, only a trail of plausible errands. The file says 47. You were told 12. The difference means someone lied. For years. You are holding the proof. Level 6. Access broker. Proximity is permission. Permission is purchased. You do not kick doors. You open them. You spend mornings near Sector G, watching entrances. The guards' boots squeak on polished floors. Coffee breath mixes with printer toner. You map badges, routines, and impatience. You learn who needs favors. You learn who needs fear. You trade small mercies for big doors. A transfer delayed. A file moved. Quietly. You are one of 5 brokers trusted with real corridors. Your access has no public name. It exists in nods and unlocked drawers. You stop sleeping through the night. Your eyes open at 2:17 a.m. Your hand reaches for a phone that is not there. Then a message arrives. No name, no location, just a time. This time, the time is inside Pakistan, and the room has no windows. Level 7, Counterintelligence Cutout. Trust is bait. Paranoia is discipline. You do not find traitors, you measure risk. You sit across from your own side's assets. The fluorescent light buzzes above your head. The air smells like old carpet and sweat. You test stories for seams. You listen for rehearsed breathing. You count blinks, not words. You run surveillance detection routes in Lahore. 3 turns, 2 stops, 1 crowded bazaar. You watch reflections, not faces. You are one of 3 cutouts permitted to flag officers. That privilege is a weapon. It is also a target on your back. At 44, you feel 60. Doctors say it is stress. You do not correct them. Everything you were told about your CIA contact is incomplete. You find out the rest on a Tuesday. It changes everything. The payroll is not one line. It is a web. Level 8. Operations Gatekeeper. Control is quiet. Power never announces itself. You do not run assets. You approve them. You sit near the external desk line. The hallway smells like disinfectant and paper. Keys clink against belt clips as people pass. You see cover names in transit. You see routes into Kabul. You see routes into Doha. You approve safe houses and legend packages. You approve travel windows and comms plans. You deny requests without explanation. You are one of 2 civilians in this ring. That is what makes you valuable. You do not exist on military rosters. Your family member repeats your cover story for you. They do it automatically now. That is how you know it worked. A name appears in the file. It is your first handler. The file says he is compromised. Level 9. Shadow Liaison Controller. Influence is a supply chain. Breaks are engineered. You do not negotiate. You shape outcomes. It is 3 a.m. in Islamabad. You stand on a rooftop for signal checks. The city hum is low and endless. You coordinate with a CIA station through intermediaries. No direct calls. Only timed messages and one-time pads. You manage burn notices like weather. A passport dies. A safe house dies. A person relocates. You file a request for extraction you cannot justify. You sign with a name that is not yours. The pen scratches like sand on paper. You are one of 4 controllers with cross-wing visibility. Internal lines, external lines, foreign relations lines. You see the seams others never see. You are given 2 options. Neither is acceptable. Protect the source, or protect the relationship. Level 10. Cutout of record. Loyalty is expected. Proof of loyalty is demanded. You do not belong to either side anymore. And then you are the cutout of record. Your name is spoken only in closed rooms. Your number is carried in other people's pockets. You sit in Islamabad and read a historical file. Operation Cyclone is printed on a declassified cover sheet. The paper feels heavy, like wet cloth. You learn what partnership really meant. You learn what was funded. You learn what was tolerated. Then you make a decision in the present. You reroute today's payment line. You starve one proxy network. You feed another. No vote happens. No order is written. The result is still real. Your hands don't shake. That surprises you. Your chest feels tight anyway. Your father's voice plays in your head at night. Not words, just tone. Disappointment without a sentence. There is a ceremony. 40 people. The director speaks. You receive a token you cannot show anyone. You sign 3 more obligations on the way out. The ink dries fast. Your life does not. You walk into daylight. Traffic sounds normal. That is the final insult. You buy tea from a roadside stall. The cup is too hot. You hold it anyway. A new courier stands where you once stood. He checks his phone like it is a weapon. His shirt is clean, his eyes are loud. He thinks the work starts with a gun. It doesn't. It starts with a plastic bag of cash and a receipt he will never keep.